Hello, friends. Mary here with Boomers Blooming. How's everybody today? I hope you're maintaining your peace and I hope you're being safe. I was just thinking this morning as I was sitting here about the power of music, the healing power of music. I got up this morning and I watched a little news and it was somewhat depressing. And I said, well, let me put on some music. Let me get some music in my house, And so I put on some music and it uplifted me. It gave me an uplift. It's like the music filled the house with peace, with hope, with joy. And so I was thinking, I'm going to share this with my friends. I know a lot of you already know this, especially you musicians and people that are in the arts and just everyday people like me. The power of music, the healing power of music. I believe that that's one of the things that God gave us, the power of music and how it heals the soul and touches the very spirit. I like all type of music. I like classicals. I like Beethoven. I like rock and roll. I like country music. I like all kinds of music, Now, there's some hard rock that I really don't care about, but there are people that love hard rock. And so if that's what you like, that's all right. So music is one of those things that we have in life that can uplift, it can encourage, it can create memories, it can do so many things. I know sometimes there are songs that I hear. I have Pandora in my car and I'll turn it on. And sometimes there are songs that I hear from the good old days, you know what I'm saying? They instill such wonderful memories. And some of them instill some rather sad memories, But it inspires. Music, I believe, is a creation from God. It creates inside of the spirit. How do people write lyrics and how do they write music? It's a creation. It's a creation that comes from within, I believe. And so I just wanted to say, as I was thinking, and I turned on the music this morning, it's like music is an uplifter. It can heal the soul. It can uplift the spirit. It can do so many things. And that's just not now, but all down throughout the ages. Music has been a miracle worker. Yes, it has. It's been a miracle worker in my life. Yes, it has. Because, I got a comment from one of my friends on YouTube, and she made a good point. She said that, this is, in so many words, this is just life. In life, we have disappointments. In life, we have backsets. In life, we lose jobs. In life, we lose people that we love. And I thought about that. How do we survive those losses, those disappointments? How do we survive that? Number one, I believe God. Number two, what He has given us, the tools that we have to survive. And I truly believe that music is one of those tools. It uplifts the spirit and the soul. It brings joy. It brings happiness. It brings movement. It brings so many things. It brings memories. Music brings so much to our lives as human beings. And guess what? I think it brings so much comfort to our fur babies and our animals. Because I can turn on the music in my house and I see a calm come over Charlie, my little dog. It's not that he's not calm, but I see how can I say it? I see a response to the music that I have on. There's definitely a response in him from the music that I put on. And I have a lot of plants in my house. I love plants. I love growing things and seeing them flourish. So I have a lot of plants in my house. And I tell my friends, I play soothing music for my plants, especially in the winter when we go days and days without sunlight. And I tell my friends, they respond. I really do believe that nature responds to music. We respond to music, animals respond to music, and I truly believe nature responds to music. Music is powerful. It's powerful in what it does for the human soul and the human spirit. It's powerful. It can turn an upside day into a day of joy. It can turn problems, it can minimize problems. Just let me say that. It can minimize the problem just through music. The lyrics of music, the singing in music. It can do so much. I believe music can also help resolve issues. I believe music can help bring people together because it's one thing the human race has. We all, in some way, regardless of where we live, who we are, who we serve, what we eat, how we dress, what our culture is, we all enjoy music. Isn't that right, friends? We all respond to music. Isn't that right? So it's universal. Music is universal. And it moves. It moves. Music changes. You know, there's sometimes I can be listening to spirituals and gospels because I love that type of music too. I love all types except, like I said, some of this hard rock. I could be listening to certain songs and I could be thinking about things, or I might be stressed out about something. And it's almost like music invades. It invades my thoughts. It invades my spirit and my soul. And it calms me. Music has a calming effect. It has a soothing effect. It's just universal. Music is universal. Regardless of what type of music you listen to, it has its place and it's universal. So, I love music. I always have. You know, like I say, I have Pandora. I have different things in my house. You know, I used to collect all of these old 45s and 78s. Now, a lot of you younger people don't remember that, but you mature people remember the 78s and the 45s. The old record player, you know, you put it on there and you put the hand with the needle on there and it played. You know, when I moved, I had that when I was very young, you know, in my 20s and 30s. And some kind of way that got away from me when I started moving around, you know, as a young adult. And I remember those days of sitting by that. You know, some people used to call it the Victrola. You ever heard that word, the Victrola? The older people, well, I'm the older people now. I remember my mother used to call it, turn that Victrola down. The record player. When I was a teenager, I had a record player. And we used to dance on the front porch. I plugged that record player up and we would dance in the summertime when school was out. You know, music is a healer. Music it's a miracle. It's a miracle healer. It can change the mood. It can change you from a dark mood to a light mood. It can do so many things. It can set the stage for hope and belief and believing. The music. and the lyrics in the music. It can do all of that. You can be alone in your home and you can turn your music on, and it's like it takes you to another plane in life. It takes you to another space in life, you know? So music is a healer. It's a healer of the soul, and it's an uplifter of the spirit. So, friends, in these trying times that we live in, because this is not the first time we've lived in trying times, life can be trying itself. You may want to turn the music on. If you're a music lover, you already have it on. But if you need a little help during this time, and you're able to turn the radio on, turn some music on, and just sit. Turn on what you like, whatever kind of music you like. Like I say, I like all kinds of music. I like Beethoven, classical, symphony. I like rock and roll, country music. I like spirituals and gospels. You know, I'm just a music lover. I really am. And so days when I'm here by myself and I feel a little, I call it testy. A little testy, a little lonely. Music is company. Isn't it, friends? Music can be company. Even music without lyrics have the unspoken word in them, don't they? Even if no one is singing, just the music itself. I do believe that God gave us that. He gave us that ability to enjoy the things in life. And one of those things is music. So I just wanted to share that with you. I just wanted to talk to you guys because when I turned that music on today, it was like it took me to another place. It took me to a good place. It took me to a place of encouragement. It took me to a place of joy. It took me to a place of remembering how it used to be. It took me to so many. Music can take you to so many places, and you don't even have to leave your house. The same as books. Those of you who love to read, books can take you to so many places, and you don't even have to get up out of your chair. Isn't it wonderful? The things we have in life to help us to survive, to help us to live, to help us to grow. All of these beautiful things we have at our dispense, at our fingertips. We have them. And I just believe today and always and before, music is one of them. Music is universal, friends. So you enjoy your favorite record, CD. When I said record, that sounded so old. People probably don't play records anymore. You know, sometimes I go in those antique shops and I see those old 78s and old 45s. And I'm like, man, I need to go buy me a record player. And I just need to sit down and have some nostalgic moments because I am a nostalgic person. But it's all good. There's so many good things in the world. When the ugly face rears up in the world, let's just remember that there's so many good things in the world that it cannot take away. They're there for us, for our enjoyment, for our healing, and for our pleasure. And I believe those things are God-gifted because life can be stressful. So, I love you guys. You all have a great day. Stay safe. And turn your record player on. If you got any old 45s, pull them out. I don't have any, but I have a bunch of CDs. And I can tell Siri, play me this song, and she will. And I can say, Alexa, play me some old smooth jazz, because I love jazz. Play me some symphony music. Alexa, play me some rock and roll. I feel like a rock and roll moment. And guess what Alexa does? She searches and she said, I found this. You want to try it? Yes, Alexa, put it on. My silly moments, as you know, if you know me. Look, if you like my content, give me a thumbs up, please. If you like this journey that I'm on and you want to join me, subscribe, please. Give me a subscription. Subscribe to my YouTube channel called Boomers Blooming. And you'll see a lot of laughter because I'm a humorous person. That's one of the tools that help me in my life. I think if I didn't have this, I might be laying in the dirt with my face down. So I thank God for laughter. I thank God for humor. And I thank God that I can share it with you, my friends, my digital friends and my digital family. Have a great day.